Okay, I got the sign for me to do the update. It's windy, so I'm not sure if you'll hear. What's the sign? Say hi, Crow.
Hello, Crow.
I was going to do a little update. I had a few friends that got into a fight a little while ago. I'll mention it only because one of my friends that I talk to a lot, nobody here, he was upset. He lent a fishing pole to one of the other friends, both friends of mine, and he never brought it back. So he was complaining today, so-and-so didn't bring the fishing pole back. Well, the other guy showed up, and he's a good guy too. And he said, look, I ran into one of the other guys last night, and he said it was my fishing pole. I gave it to the other guy. All friends of mine. Stuff like that happens. Well, my friend said, you should have brought it back to me. I lent it to you. He said, look, it was an honest mistake. The other guy said it was his. And in the bluff, yes, that happens. Sometimes you'll find somebody else with a bike that was stolen, or his Dave. So they got into it, and they got into a fairly big fist fight. And it was good that it was just a fist fight. They got it out of them. We kind of broke it up. But I got a little upset because the lady who runs the mission came out and said everybody's banned, like me and whoever else was trying to mitigate it. So that upset me. But as Crow just walked up now, I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, and he mentions King Nebuchadnezzar. I said, did you watch the video yesterday? Because yesterday, Crow, girlfriend Claire, and me and Jammer were talking about King Nebuchadnezzar yesterday. So he just mentioned it, and I said, oh, that's my little sign to do the video. So that's the little update. Crow, give me a word. What's been going on? How you doing?
All right, working my tail off.
Yes, you get a good job.
Yes, hard job.
Yeah.
Very hard. I haven't done manual labor like this for a long time.
Yeah.
That person's hair is awesome.
What's your name, brother?
Brian.
Brian, you could say hi. I do videos, Brian, like a little ministry. There's Geneva in the back. I normally don't, there's news I can update today, but I don't think I will, because whenever I have friends talk. George, what's been going on? You know, please pray for Diane. I also heard that Diane might be in the hospital. Diane's one of the homeless ladies. She's a nice friend of ours, and George just told me they took her last night to the hospital.
Yep. Yeah. Claire had to call the cops, or the
ambulance.
ambulance.
So pray, please, as you see this. I'll upload it right away. But that's kind of what made me decide to turn around. My two friends that got in the fight, you know, it's good it wasn't worse, because sometimes people pull out knives and all. I won't say nothing else. But it was an innocent thing, and I could understand how both of them could be upset. Stuff like that happens a lot in Flower Bluff. But I just think, you know, when you're doing a ministry, you don't tell everybody at this table, the ones that were trying to break it up, you're all banned, you need to have a little better, you know, organization if you're doing a ministry.
Yeah.
So anything you want to share, Crow? Any particular?
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right. I just wanted you to see a few of the friends. I wanted to do that little update. Hopefully you could hear this. And there is world news, but I won't mention it now because I'll do that later on.
I read something about that world news. Yeah, trouble again.
Yes, there's stuff going on, but I'll leave that for another day. King Nebuchadnezzar, though, Crow had mentioned it. Why did you mention it? What were you going to ask me about, or something about it?
I was saying that a friend of mine had told me to go out and find who's talking smack about something, and, and I'm like, well, who is it? Well, that's what I want you to find out. And I was just saying, well, that's like him saying, tell me my dream, man, I want you to interpret it too. It's like, holy cow.
Yes, in Scripture, there's a few accounts. Joseph from the book of Genesis, he was able to interpret dreams, and that enabled him to rise in authority in Egypt, and he was a second-hand man to Pharaoh. And so the gift of dreams and prophecy, even in the Old Testament, you saw how, as well as the one Crow's mentioning, which was in the book of Daniel, and God can give us wisdom. One of the verses I mentioned the other day is the Apostle Paul said in Corinthians, we are stewards of the mysteries of God. So God, a man can receive nothing except it's given to him. So whatever gift we have, or if God does things in our lives, it's all his Spirit. Paul also says in Corinthians, we've received the Spirit of God so we might know the things that are freely given to us of God. So God gives us the Spirit so he can deposit all of these gifts into us. If any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men liberally and upward, not, and it shall be given him. That's also James. So that's in the book of James. So that's a quick update. I'm glad you saw some of the friends, and please remember to pray for Diane. Okay? God bless everybody.